Okay, it's 6 o'clock. Go ahead and get started. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Josh Earl,
Here.
Gwen Hoffman,
Present.
Mitch Magnus,
Present.
Larry Phillips,
Present.
Charlie Pierce,
Present.
Reed Petty,
Present.
Joel Williams,
Present.
Wayne Cohen.
Present.
You have a full vote.
Okay, thank you. Wayne, would you pray for us, please?
Well, will you please stand? Our most gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we come to you today, thanking you for this beautiful day that you give us. Lord, tonight, as we go forth to the business of the city, we just ask for your guidance in the things that we do. Lord, we thank you for the progress that the city of Harrison is making at this time. And Lord, we just ask you to be with us. We open the new bridge tomorrow so people can enjoy going that direction again. Lord, tonight we ask for special blessings upon the Anderson family in reference to the tragic death of their son this past weekend. And Lord, not only them, but we ask that you be with, bless, and comfort all those families of those involved in that situation. Again, go with us and guide us and direct us tonight. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
One minute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You see this, please. Okay, could we get a motion to approve the minutes of July 23rd?
So move.
Second. Got a motion in 2 seconds. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, thank you. Jump right into new business. Looks like Mitch, you're taking that one.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. Got two individuals here tonight, Mr. John Crockett, Mr. Troy Masters from the Boone County Heritage Museum. They go for that video and then it's part of the report that we've actually got on Sunday that we did them this year, and it's a time for Massey to do something that you'd like to make.
Thank you for inviting us here tonight. Boy, James, you're a step ahead of me, but thank you for allowing us. I was going to talk about Boone County Heritage Museum, but you've got a busy agenda, so I'm gonna fast forward and we're gonna talk about, well, I'm not gonna talk at all. We're gonna have a video of the old and new Harrison Bridge, and it's unbelievable. The lyrics was written by Mark Farmer and the video by Don Crosswhite. Don, raise your hand. So let's play the video. If you got any questions afterwards, address it. But that's all I have for tonight. So hope you invite me back to talk about the museum. Thank you.
And we definitely will. Thank you.
Down in Harrison where the waters run slowly, an old bridge stood through the season's flow. From Crooked Creek to Lake Harrison shore, it carried the year, so much more. Watched young lovers and old friends meet, heard children's laughter drift up from the creek. It felt every teardrop, every smile told a silent keeper, sturdy and old. Bridge of old, bridge of new, the years roll on like the waters do. Every crack and every heart grown held a stories all its own, though the old one rests beneath time's hand. Its memories still cross this land, and the creek sings as the seasons move of the old bridge we loved. And now the bridge of new. Crowded days and fireworks lighting the sky. Reflections dancing as summer rolled by. Floods came raging, droughts came dry. Still that old bridge stood watching life pass by. Morning fishermen, evening drives, generations weaving together their lives. Many stories untold beneath moonlight's glow. Secrets only the water and the old bridge could know. Bridge of old, bridge of new, the years roll on like the waters do. Every crack and every heart grown held 1,000 stories all its own. Though the old one rests beneath time's hand, its memories still cross this land, and the creek sickens as the seasons move. Of the old bridge we love, now the bridge of new. Now steel and concrete rise to the sky. A new path stretching from side to side. The old bridge may be gone from view, but its spirit travels in all we do. Every crossing carries a trace. Those who came before this place, the water remembers the shoreline too. The bridge of old and the bridge of new. The bridge of old, the bridge of new. Harrison's heart keeps beating through from Crooked Creek to the lake beyond. The years ago, the memories are joy and sorrow, laughter and tears that go across the passing years, and the people gather beneath the blue to welcome now the bridge of new. The water keeps flowing, the stories remain like sunshine after a gentle rain. In Harrison's heart, they'll always stay. The bridge of yesterday and the bridge of today.
My gosh.
Mayor, if you don't mind, I'd like you to remind us of the festivities and what you know about all this going on. I wanted to point out something that when, Mr. Mackey and Mr. Prophet shared it, that all of us talk about different landmarks in town, and how many times have we said, oh, you go past the bridge, take a right, or turn right before the bridge, and that's Highway 7. How many times have people in this community referred to the bridge and everybody with them, right? So, Mr. Mayor?
First of all, Don, thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know if you all realize that he's the man that created the wall. And when I came in today and thanked him about the wall, he said, "Have you noticed the new one put up there?" I said, "No, it looks pretty the same." And I'm sitting up here, Don, and he's looking at me.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they do, don't they? The new ones. So thank you again for so much. I know you were hoping to show another one tonight, and I've invited Troy back next meeting. There's a couple of us that would like to be at the bridge about 10 minutes ago. But we'll conduct business and get through it. Thank you. Okay,
That's it, Mayor, for that.
we'll move on to, looks like Reed Petty has one.
Mr. Travis Holt, are you among us?
Yes.
Could you take a moment, please, and describe what you would like to see happen and why?
Yes, absolutely. My name is Travis Holt. I'm a local historian and author. And my life work is unmarked graves here in the Ozarks. To date, I've done 686. And here in Boone County, I've been researching the story of a man named Benjamin Franklin Sessom, who was originally from Carroll County. He was a Spanish-American War veteran. And in 1913, he moved here to Harrison, where his youngest son would die. So we know that he had taken residence here by then. Unfortunately, June 6, 1914, he would be killed on the Harrison Square. And it was a pretty big event. But I believe after his death, he was buried here in town. I suspect he's buried in the Rose Hill Cemetery. I've applied to the state for a death certificate. I've been told that none exists. I've exhausted every research path I can find obtaining one. There is not one in existence. But I would like to memorialize Mr. Susky with a stone denoting his military service somewhere that y'all would deem appropriate here, either in Rose Hill or the location that someone would find appropriate. And that's why I'm here tonight to ask them.
Have you had an opportunity to visit with the cemetery committee?
Who is on, I know I spoke with Tim Holt and Christine Farmer and a couple others.
Yes. Um,
Mr. Petty, it did not go, the committee was not aware of this, so it did not go before the committee, but. As it was pointed out, it's a city-owned cemetery, so it came directly to council.
and it's Rose Hill we're talking about.
It's Rose Hill.
I think it's important we remember our veterans. And equally important that we remember those who were early settlers here in Harrison. And especially those whose lives were ended in an unpleasant way. To the council, is there any concerns with respect to this?
Well, we don't have a concern, but in, of course, 1870, the cemetery was established. It is on the National Register. And due to a lot of work that Robert Anderson and Edith Cool, they researched the cemetery. They have lots of stories about people that are buried there, so it's very authentic. And as you've done a lot of work, and Christina's done a lot of work, there is no death certificate, there is no proof that he's there, but there are unmarked graves. And there is a process where you can put a marker in a cemetery, not knowing for sure. And it's called syntax, and it is totally legal. If the marker is placed in the cemetery, it does not affect the historical value of the cemetery whatsoever.
Yes.
So that's good.
Mhm.
And we have not had any objections. Some of the families take the Rose Hill very seriously. They work very hard to keep it
Oh, absolutely.
pristine. And so I talked to one of the members and they're not opposed. So
Yes.
that's all I have to say.
Is a motion needed?
I think the motion would
Yep.
be needed.
Anyone on the council like to propose?
I make a motion that we allow Mr. Cole, with the permission of the Rose Hill Cemetery Committee, to place a marker somewhere in there, on behalf of, that family.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second discussion.
Could we have you tell us where that marker's gonna be before we place it, so that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, I was talking
the
about
public
that.
will know?
Yeah, and I defer to y'all's judgment as far as placement. We can place it anywhere. It's a 10 by 20 flat granite marker, so it's easily placed wherever y'all deem most appropriate.
Who would make that decision? that someone on the committee or is that, does that go back to the chairman?
And I can make time to meet with whoever again that y'all need. I work here in town through the week. I can do whatever's easiest.
Okay, this. Yes. We could have set up a time where we can meet and agree on placement of that order.
That's excellent. Thank you. I greatly appreciate you.
Okay, so any more discussion? All in favor? Anyone opposed? Okay, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
How many markers have there?
Well, now, Mr. Suski, we do 686.
That's impressive. Thanks.
Okay. Down to old business, I guess. So we have a resolution and we'll go on.
We're gonna be dealing with resolution 1353 tonight. It's a resolution for sale of surplus property. And this is in reference to the property on Merrill Drive, which is downtown by the Muriel Wall.
So, I will share with you all that this was before us, 2 weeks ago. I think just the last council meeting. And at that time, we tabled it due to a man, I think he requested we table it. He wanted to get a survey and kind of make sure it is what it is. In the meantime, he has spoke, with Justin Harness. And they kind of worked something out, but with no guarantee that he could have parking, but Justin wants to be a good neighbor. And so he told me, go ahead and take it back to the council. And that's what we're doing tonight.
I make a motion that we approve resolution, number 1353.
Second.
Motion and a second, discussion. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm kind of new here. I'm Kurt Grisham. Am I allowed to discuss what you?
Are you?
No, you are
Yeah.
on the citizen comments,
Okay.
not the agenda items.
Oh, thank you.
You bet.
Well, he can't speak on an agenda item if he signs up for that agenda item, we'll be able to vote, but he did sign up for it, correct?
No. If it, and of course, it will be up to the council to decide that.
I just didn't understand I had to sign in, I hadn't even read it yet, but, I did have
I can't hear.
I did have a comment. I didn't realize that I had to sign in order to, that I'm new. This is my very first time in this chamber.
Well, let me ask you,
But I'm old also,
what's
because
the
I was born in
topic?
this town.
What's the topic?
The thing you just were about to vote
He's
on.
talking about the surplus property.
I was told you wanted to talk about.
I
this.
do, that's public comment, but I'm learning the process here. And I didn't realize I had to sign in. I needed to get here earlier and read this. If I had a feeling about it, I need to sign and talk about it.
Well, we are working on passing it. Do we have a motion to let him speak?
Sure.
We have one. Do we have a second? We have a second. All in favor? Aye. You'll have 2 minutes. please.
Who made that motion?
Mr. Earl,
And Magnus. This pertains to this problem.
Okay, well, I'll just be blunt. I think it's worth more than $7,500. I don't want to step on any toes.
Would you speak into the microphone?
Oh, that's sorry. I thought I was speaking loud enough for everybody to hear me. It's worth more than this, in my opinion, as a licensed real estate broker. And I actually had thrown my hat in the ring to be one of the licensed Arkansas brokers to put things like this up for competitive bid to get the highest price for the town. Isn't that a stated objective? An acre on Mural Drive, those off-market deal for $7,500 does not sound like the highest price you could get for them.
What do you
How do you compare?
documentation? Does it support that?
I could if I had any notice, if I had any, so again, I'm new, first meeting, I'll be more diligent about reading these on the website. I could definitely do a comparative market analysis, I think that would support.
You say you have done one?
I could do one.
Okay.
Given time,
And again.
that's just my opinion, I know that it doesn't matter really.
Yeah.
But it's surprising to me that you made a deal
Sure.
behind closed doors for $7,500.
That's inappropriate. I will say, I do know Justin is not in a hurry. But if you want to table it again and allow Mr. Grisham to do a market analysis, I'm fine with that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have it
But
for
we
you
would need,
early next week.
we would need a motion to do that. Okay, we don't have a motion.
Well, I mean, I don't have a motion, but I don't know what to do.
Okay, well, I mean, that would be an option. I mean, if you believe there's any validity in what you
Well, I've
say,
got 30 seconds left. I'll
that
stop
would
back.
be the, that would be the way
Mayor,
to
if you
go.
had
about
the
it.
authority to order this, it seems like you have the authority to delay that one.
I do not.
It is a council action.
This is council action, but I'm okay with it.
Well, I'm just going on the record with my case, that's all.
I would encourage it.
I think one of the issues that council would have is that we supposedly have made a deal now twice with Mr. Harness and his expectation.
I know.
And whether that market value compared to the analysis would be significantly more. That would be the issue. And I'll be honest, I don't know what to say to that.
I think Mr. Grisham's implying market value would be much higher.
Well, right.
You know,
You got a process of competitive, putting excess land out for competitive bidding. I thought.
We have it at a certain level, a certain expectation, so.
Draw my.
I bet
It's
you,
not an acre, it's
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 a,
a.
yeah, and I'm sure he probably understands. I know him and his family and they're smart people, but. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'd
tell
pay
you,
more than that.
this is, has virtually no value to
I'd pay more
anyone
than that
other
for it.
than owns the other half. And that happens to be the buyer. So
What a coincidence. I would pay more for it than that.
what would you do with it?
I don't think I have to answer that. I was just saying that I would.
Well, I'm
pay
going
more
to
than
tell
that.
you, there's
I
no
would've held it.
value to
I
it,
would have held it as an investment because downtown.
other than to the other man. No.
Or the next buyer.
You go ahead. You wanna, no motion?
Currently no motion, like I said, my concern is that Mr. Harness would see it that the city's not acting in good faith.
Well, we have delayed it once before,
Right,
and there was really, and that person didn't proceed,
right.
so.
And Mr. Moore was only willing to give that amount as well, or commensurate.
So, where are we? Let's, do we have a motion to do anything? Proceed?
Well,
We're in the discussion stage,
Okay,
so, motions on the floor to approve.
with your expertise and your history of real estate, I mean, if you're making a sound decision here that $7,500 is a fair market value without doing any kind of comparison.
Well, let me tell you, I think we're getting the deal.
Huh?
Yeah, we're getting the deal. Because I just said, it's of no value, nobody can use it.
Well, I think it is valued probably to the owner of the individual that was here.
And see, and I disagree, Josh, and I understand how that would be, and maybe a value, but he wanted to use it for parking. And there's not enough room for him to legally park in that space.
But I think people have been parking there.
They have, for,
So what would?
hey, I was in that building 40 years ago. And it was,
So what would now make it illegal for people to park in that?
well, there's not
There's
enough,
not-
not enough room to back out without intruding onto other property.
But they've been doing that for years.
Sure.
So you're saying if they put up a fence or whatever, you couldn't get a vehicle?
But I'm fine somebody trying to do a market analysis. It almost impossible. We have sold several small pieces lately. Wade has been involved in all of those. And in many cases, they were 5 times larger and they had street frontage. And they sold for, Wade, do you remember 12 grand on that?
Those were floodplains.
Jason,
Most of those were floodplains submerged.
well, is this a floodplain?
The building to the south is in it, but that itself is.
Yeah, yeah, so may or may not.
Okay. The size of this parcel is only 1/10 of an acre, correct?
That sounds about right, 30 by 150, yeah, that would be 1/10.
1/10 of an acre at $7,500. So this sounds to me as if this is a very, very minor issue either way, is it worthy of our time?
Well, it is worthy of argument.
I thought the issue was not putting it out for competitive.
Well, we
On the
tried,
other side.
yeah, I don't think council is comfortable with a bid situation because we've had that happen in the past.
Well, I just mean, give it to the real estate agents to then thoroughly market it, that's all, for them to hire best interest of the public.
We do the surplus property out.
All right, I'll stop disrupting.
No, you're not disrupting, Mr. Bishop.
Right, it's just,
We have a motion.
Yeah, we have a motion to proceed with the resolution or not?
Has anyone made that motion?
Yes.
I thought we made a motion to begin with.
We got into discussion.
Right,
Yeah.
well, passed.
Yeah, you made a motion for Mr. Grisham to speak.
Right, but we had a motion prior to that.
And then was last.
Right, we voted on that.
I don't think
Oh,
we finished.
yes, I'm sorry, Mitch made the motion and Wayne seconded. Yes.
That's where we are.
So we either approve the motion or we don't and we table it. Sure. At this point. So there's a motion on the floor with a second, regardless, you can now vote how you feel based on the discussion. So,
But I guess I was under the assumption that the 7,500 was not just from the hip number, it was a data-driven number.
There's the data again. And I don't say it, there was a lot of data because there couldn't be data on that spot. If you try to identify a comp, it doesn't exist. That just
So- So how did you arrange, how did we come up with the 7,500?
He made the offer. We talked, myself, Wade, Luke, we felt that was adequate, especially compared to what we have been getting. And the fact that it's not a value to anybody else but it. So.
that's your opinion, sir.
What do you
It's not a fact.
it's your opinion.
That's my opinion. So that's where we are. If we could have used data, of course. The data would have been comparable. So.
So if the other properties that we've been selling have been in a floodplain, and you've been getting 12,000 for them?
I'd say, well, much bigger, much larger street front. Yeah. Yeah.
And if the property is not in the floodplain, then you'd be getting.
And even if it wasn't in a floodplain, it's not of any value to anybody, the guy next door. In your opinion.
But it may not be any value to anybody else but him, but are we making the best decision as a council to
Well,
sell?
We accepted it according to council. We do not make that decision to accept. But we accepted it, the council approved. So it's really up to you all what you want to do.
Well, I guess I feel like I'm being persuaded to make the decision to vote yes.
Well, if you want,
After I'm already under the assumption that you did take the best interest of everyone in making the $7,500 deal with Mr. Linus. I don't have anything against either party, but I hope that you are done your due diligence in making a $7,500 acceptance on a property that we have really no idea how much it costs.
yeah. I mean, if you can come up with something else, I'd be glad to say something.
No, I'm not the expert here. I'm not the one who came up with the number.
I didn't come up with it either. He made it all.
Yeah, and
Myself and The executive committee discussed it, we felt it was fair, let's bring it to you.
Yeah.
And that's what.
And again, I want to make sure that we understand that Mr. Harmon has made this offer twice, correct? So
No, I think you just made it once, we just,
This would be the second.
we're
Right.
voting on it twice.
Right, but I mean, oh, we did in good faith with him, but we don't.
No.
You know, we've got to do this twice now, to make it a problem.
Let's call for a vote.
How about we're still discussing, if this is what the time is for.
Well, go ahead. You're discussing, I don't, I can't imagine there was anything left to discuss. Like,
Mitch,
Josh,
he was talking,
yeah,
So here we are, do we think we can get the material amount more? Or do we, we've got somebody that's made an offer in good faith? And we've tacitly approved it. And we have a party that came to us and said you know, that he's interested in it too. For the same price, he said. And how would we pick two people over that? Then you would have to have some incentive for it to be, pick one over the other. So. At this point. I'm trying to decide how I will vote. And to be honest, I don't know. I probably lean toward doing that because of Mr. Harness making the offer when no one else is interested, right? No one else has expressed interest in it, correct?
but has it been
no,
publicly advertised
no.
or any, Mr. Harness would be the only one with knowledge?
Well, no, I mean, others had knowledge, Jeff Lockett, went to Lafayette. But he ended up selling the building and his lot to Mr. Harns. And that's how Mr. Harns was aware that was available, could be bought.
Where would someone in the public be able to find our surplus property to know? Is that information out there for anyone to be able to just go?
No, it's not.
We had discussed those smaller pieces, leaving that to the discretion of
Right.
the mayor.
Sure.
And not.
With council approval.
Right.
And that's where-
Council approved. So we've had those discussions.
Yeah.
This comes out to $1.72 a square foot.
Okay.
You know, so there's right now that value right there, just to I had to kind of break that down a little bit for myself. The value of that property goes with anything else. When you put it out there, you know, what's it a value to? Is the most value to this person who's asking right now because it is the most purposeful to him.
Sure.
And the
It's
chances,
worth more to him.
right, the chances of someone being able to buy that, build something there are, you know, the purpose of this land. I see his goal and we understand what his purpose is.
The reason to buy it instead of him would be so you could go back and approach him, see if he can pay more.
Right.
Than the person that ends up buying.
Right.
But Joshua Moore might want it, because he just bought it in there.
So, you know, I'm hoping that, you know, I was hoping those two could come together and figure that out, so.
Well, this is your decision. You said you're waiting.
I'll just provide my input. I thought we were doing this, even though that we've given him authorization to make sales like this.
You did give the authorization, except all we paid.
Except all.
Subject to council.
Right.
You've got more say in this than I do.
I mean, I guess I was just under the assumption that we were getting comparables or something nature to, I mean,
Okay.
if someone just came up and said they wanted to give you $3,000 for it, would you have said yes because that is the only person that expressed interest in
I
it?
don't know.
Right.
I don't know. It was not my decision. There were two other people involved in the decision, and we all thought it was fair. So that's where we are.
Council, I make a motion to rescind previous motion. And I turn around and make a motion to table until the next council meeting.
Okay, we've got a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We got a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
Yes.
This, go ahead.
Table expectation of market value.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, why are we tabling it?
We're tabling it with, so that it, other interested parties can approach the mayor and the city administration, their concern. Because we get into this. And I just want to make sure that all the public thinks that we're doing what's in the best interest of the city. Because we've now drawn attention to this, we don't need to move forward unless we know that it's the right. I believe it is the right position, but that being said, we need to move on with council, so that's why I'm making a
Question here, what happens if, during our next meeting, we have not received another offer? What do we do then? Table it again?
No,
How do we move forward?
we vote the next time and say we've given this 3 times, much like ordinances. If nobody else approaches the city, we move forward with what the information we have at that time.
That. Are you comfortable with that, city council? Okay, thank you.
As long as has anybody looked at the property, has anybody seen the property?
There's a picture of it in the attachment.
We have actually
Yeah.
seen.
Yes.
It's nothing, and I don't mean nothing, I mean, it's a neighbor. But it serves, like the mayor said, and. We could list it with a real estate agent if there's one in town that would be willing to take it, but. You're not gonna make any money off of it, they're gonna make less than $500. So, I mean, but that's not what we agreed to do originally, unless these small pieces, I think we agreed, as Lynn said. That they would bring over some of the small pieces, the council would decide.
And that's what's happened with the others I was referring to. They weren't listed. They were people that own the buildings next to them on the enemy form.
We have a precedent.
We do, we thought the price on the others were fair. We sold 2 of them. So.
We did.
Okay, we got a motion, a second to table it. All in favor? Okay, let's do a roll call. James?
Mitch Magnus,
Aye.
Larry Phillips. Charlie Pierce. Reed Petty,
Whether the
Joel Williams, nay. Wayne Cohen,
Aye.
Josh Earl,
Aye.
Glenn Hoffman. You have, 6 yeas and 1 no, so the motion passes.
okay, but we do have 8. I know.
Oh, 7 to 1.
Okay, thank you. Okay, motion passes. This will be tabled. We'll see where we go from there. Kurt, if you want to go out and do something with it, do a market analysis, go for it.
Okay, next agenda item for this motion will be 2 weeks from today.
Yes, 2 weeks from today. Do you, council, want this back on the agenda?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we'll put it back on the agenda in 2 weeks. Okay.
Mr. Harris has been more than gracious.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Mayor, I will continue. My next is the ordinance for fixed assets, ordinance number 1554.
Make a motion that we suspend the rules and place ordinance 1554 on its second reading by title only.
Second.
Then we have a motion and a second discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Typically, we read it
James,
It's by title only, correct?
Yeah.
Title only, yes. Ordinance number 1554, an ordinance establishing a policy defining fixed assets for the city of Harrison, Arkansas.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. That's it for business. Citizen comments? Do we have it?
You do have Mr. Grisham again, who signed up to discuss the historic downtown.
So not to wear out my welcome on my first visit to council, but I heard in roundabout, I don't actually know how I heard that the red lights, the blinking red lights that have been there my whole life, the four-way stop, were gonna be torn down. And then when I asked further about it, it seemed that it had not been brought to council, and that decision was also made. I guess outside of this chamber anyway, and it upset me that something that to me is integral to the fabric of especially historic downtown. When I asked my parents, they can't remember a time when it wasn't there. I can remember growing up on North Hickory and riding my bike down the street. You can, I'm not boring you, but why are you rolling the ride like that? That's rude. It's a problem. Don't take down the red lights without checking in with the stakeholders, please. In fact, don't change anything about historic downtown by fiat because you think you can exercise that kind of power. There are stakeholders. Terry Jo Bennett, for example, didn't know anything about your plan to take down the red light. You'll delay it, so it's had proper hearing.
Take it under consideration. All right, council comments?
The bridge tomorrow, you're gonna make a comment about that?
Bridge tomorrow, yeah. So, 10 o'clock. We're encouraging people to, park at Creekside. There'll be 2 shuttles, so it'll be very easy for them to bring you right to the bridge. There's seating, but there's limited seating. And 4 speakers should only be about 15 minutes. And we'll be out of there. Big deal, folks. So please come. Mayor's comment, that was my comments. Wayne?
Let's go to the house.
Thank you.